Hey guys, my name is Paul, and I'm here to introduce you to my new page that I'm going to start, or a new YouTube channel that I want to start, involving the purchase and updates on my 1998 base Porsche Boxster. So there are a few things that I've already done to the car in terms of little minor upgrades. And what I want you guys to know right up from the top, I'm not a mechanic. I don't pretend to be one. So the little upgrades that I'm going to be doing are really basic things that just anybody with some standard basic tools can do themselves. But like the regular maintenance and stuff that I've already had done on the car, and things that I'll do in the future, mechanic-wise, I'm going to take it to an independent Porsche mechanic and have them do it just to make sure things are done right. And some simple basic things that I will do myself, and I'll obviously in future shows show you guys how I went about doing those things. To get the valve cover done, I got new plugs, new air filter. I made sure I got my oil changed. You know, it's one of the things, oil, getting fresh oil and keeping fresh oil in these cars is really, really important. Part of maintenance. It's not cheap on these cars, but it's like one of the things you really have to be mindful of to make sure you keep up to date on your oil changes. I do mine between 3,000 and 5,000 miles, so since I just got it done, I'm good for a long time. Top is in really, really great condition. There's no tears on it. There's no worn spots or whatever like that. The rear glass, you know, I can see out of it. It's not great or whatever, but it's not like super fogged over like a lot of them. So I was happy with that. Again, as I mentioned earlier, it operates automatically. A day like today, you want to be able to have your top down, and this is one of the simplest to operate. So the operation of the convertible top is really, really easy. Just turn on the car, hit the release, turn down the AC so you guys can hear me, and you press this button here. And I think they say it goes down in about 20 seconds. I haven't timed it, but I think that's about right. And I'm ready to cruise. Is what's called an Ocean Blue. It's a 5-speed. I came about purchasing the car is that I was looking for a 5-speed roadster. Now there weren't a lot of choices, you know, in that category that I felt was suitable for me. I know everybody thinks about like the Miata is one choice, or maybe the MR2, and there's also obviously the Mercedes SLK. I've had an SLK before. I like the way it drives, but it's really, really hard to find one that's a stick shift, first of all. So then I started test driving Boxsters. Been looking for one to purchase. You know that they come in all sorts of price ranges, depending on mileage, depending on maintenance, depending on whatever options it may have, in the year you want to purchase. I settled on a 98. One of the reasons why I settled on a 98 because the earlier years, less of a maintenance risk in terms of the infamous IMS bearing and RMS issues. And this particular one had been owned by the same guy for about the last 4 or 5 years. He did all the maintenance himself primarily, things had already been done to it, and I got it for the price that I wanted. And it came again in that really nice ocean blue color, which you don't really see that often. It meant a lot to me too, because I may have to get it painted anyway, but at least I'm starting out with an original factory color that I really, really find desirable. What the car comes with, I mean, again, it's a base model, and by base, I mean base. It has a black leather interior, which is in really good shape on the particular one that I purchased. You know, the seats are in good condition, the dash isn't cracked or anything like that. It comes with AC, and windshield wipers, and a pretty basic stereo directly from the factory. It doesn't have the heated seats on this particular one. The interiors, basically black leather seats and plastic everywhere. It's really, really pretty bland. One of the things I needed to do is that I needed to get a really nice shift knob because, you know, if I'm gonna get a stick shift car, you're gonna spend a lot of time rolling through the gears, which is one of the, you know, great appeals to the car. But it came with a black plastic shift knob that I hated. I got my car in the fall, so the weather was pretty decent, but I would imagine that in the summertime when it's 110 degrees in Southern California, that black plastic is going to get super, super hot. So I got a really nice one from a 2000S. It looks so much better than, you know, what was in the car. It's very clean, the shift boot is in really nice condition, feels great in my hand, and upgraded the look of the interior of the car. like tenfold just by doing that one simple thing. It wasn't really easy to get that original shift knob off, and I'll show you guys what I went through to get off the old one, but I got it off eventually. Another thing I did, which is, you may think it's ridiculous, but to me it was like a big deal. So there's a crest. I have a 4-prong steering wheel on my car. There is a Porsche crest on it, but unless you're really looking for it, you can barely see it, right? So again, it's very just black basic. When I ordered my new Porsche keychain, it comes with this really nice multicolored crest on it. So what I did was I ordered 2. I removed the leather from the keychain and inserted the crest on my steering wheel. I know, it may seem ridiculous, but I think it looks really, really nice on the steering wheel. And I'll show you guys how I managed to affix that to the center of my steering wheel later. And you can put in the comments whether or not you agree that it's a worthwhile upgrade. But you know, it's a lot less expensive than purchasing a later model steering wheel and worrying about whether or not, you know, it's going to be compatible with your car. And those things can cost almost $1,000, believe it or not. Those are the things that I've done so far. Do me a favor, put in the comments some things you'd maybe like to see me do with the car, things you might be, you know, that you think might be interesting, do-it-yourself projects. I certainly will be posting some more cosmetic. Oh, if you like it, please press like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Again, this is Paul Porsche. Talk to you guys soon.